Well, after a bit of delay, we finally got Season 27, Episode 5 of South Park. And ever since the beginning of this season, the show has really managed to mix several plot lines together, as well as several current issues, all at once. In the case of this episode, it starts with the boys looking at one of those prediction market apps where you can bet on anything, and apparently Kyle's mom is going to bomb a Palestinian hospital in Gaza. Okay, and Kyle gets upset by that, and he tries to call the app to get it dropped, and the phone call is answered by a stand-in of Donald Trump Jr. And I had to be told that this was Donald Trump Jr., and it's just interesting how they depicted him as kind of photorealistic, with a real strange grin, but he has those South Park eyes. Of course, just like in real life, the helpline is no help, and eventually Don Jr. gets to Brandon Carr, the head of the FCC. And at this point, Brandon Carr goes to see the president, and this is where the Trump plotline intersects. Yeah, if you watched the last episode, you know that Trump and Satan are going to have a baby. Yeah, they're kind of back to story arcs and syndication on South Park again. Now, is Satan's pregnancy a symbol of the Epstein files? Because many are hoping that that will get revealed soon. And you know the writing team is just waiting for that to happen. So Trump doesn't like the idea that he's going to have a baby, so J.D. Vance gives Trump the idea of an abortion. From there, it's just a series of Looney Tunes with a setup and fail, and Brendan Carr falling into Trump's traps. Now, it's no coincidence that when Carr is in the hospital, his arm is raised in a very specific position. Now, if you don't know, Carr was very instrumental in getting Jimmy Kimmel fired indefinitely, and it's pretty clear that this is a huge diss. And they even have J.D. Vance, who's this apparently evil villain in disguise, quote Carr back to him where he says, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way." What is very interesting is how the main plotline with Kyle's mom is resolved. I really thought that here is where South Park would finally be tackling the topic of Israel, but it really just scratched the surface. Now, I'm told the next episode of South Park won't be out until October 14th, so who knows how much the world will change by then and how South Park will be responding to that. So what do you think of this episode of South Park? Feel free to leave a comment below, and your prediction.